sometimes when you see an expression or an equation that has an x, and you're trying to get the x by itself, but notice on the same side of that equality, the x is being multiplied by a 3, but this x term is also being added by a 1. So I'm going to have to do some addition and multiplication in this process. And there is an order in which you need to do that. How I think about it is I do what's farthest away from the x first. That's the most loosely attached to the x. So I have a 3 times the x, but also being added with a 1. Well, since this 1's kind of a long ways away from the x, farther than that 3, I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides first. And that gives me 3x equals a 6. So I've done the addition property first. Now I'm going to do the multiplication property second. And this is dividing both sides by a 3. X then would equal a 2. So there's my solution. And it has to be, well, it doesn't have to be done that way, but it's a lot easier. The mistake that some students make in doing this problem, if they divided both sides by 3 first, thinking that gets x by itself, they'll do something to that effect. But can you see what's wrong with that? The rule says is whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Well, I'm not dividing this entire side by 3. I'm only dividing that first term by a 3. And then that's where the error creeps in. It looks easy, looks like I should be able to do that, but I'm breaking one of those foundational rules. I have to divide the entire side by a 3. And 3x plus 1 divided by 3, it's not an easy concept right now. So that's why when you're doing the problems, it's usually best to do with the addition property first, then leave the multiplication property second.